We'll give everyone a couple minutes to mosey on in, as I realize everyone's seeing me post on the screen because I can't have it where it just shows Google. So we're going to go with it. Yeah, so if you're here, definitely let us know. We'll see who's showing up. Make sure this thing is still working. Cool. Looks like it is. And so far looks like our viewers are hidden. Let's unhide our viewers. We've got 0 viewers. Alright, we're going to give everyone a minute. Yeah, it's just me right now. As with always, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. Kotasa is here for the awards. I love it. Also, Kotasa, I hear your head office for the our newest partner sim league, the WSBA. Yeah, WSBL. I was close. Yeah. So cool. I'm gonna jump right into it. I want to talk sort of a little bit about what happened with the awards this season. If you don't know that great DJ Khaled picture, the meme of suffering from success, that has been the problem of these awards and why they came out so late. Because we've been so successful and because we've been growing so much, we actually broke our Excel sheets for the stats at around week 12. So after days of fighting with it, we basically decided I'm deciding all the winners because I watch every one of those games, and it's not fair to ask the GMs and head office to vote when they don't have all the data. So that's kind of where we're at. We did have votes for the Dev League, so we will have all that. Chess, that's a great question. I will reveal everything as it happens. And I'll talk through sort of the award voting as they are. Just a couple of real quick things about the awards once again. You're only allowed to win one award. If you won MVP, you are not allowed to win Offensive Player. You're not allowed to win Defensive Player. You're not allowed to win your Positional Award. You are only allowed to win one award, with the exception of Most Dedicated Member and GM of the Year. But that's kind of, yeah. Makes sense. So, let's do this. So I want to start off with our Dev League Positional Awards. So I did all of our positionals just by one page. We'll talk about sort of where everything is and what I did and all that. And I'm definitely going to be reading chat, so if you guys have questions about awards, why a certain one got picked a specific way, definitely let me know. But I'll talk through all of them. Max Error did win QB of the Year for the Dev League. Ryoteri St. Shevchnikov, also a Rail Raider, won there. Why did you pick X of Y? Shaking my head. TLK bad. Yeah. So yeah. Monster Man got a win. I think that's Torrent. So yeah, no, we've got a few people that did win. Torrent's also been killing it in the majors. Broccoli, who got called up to the Hammerheads. Glockenspiel, who got drafted by the Hammerheads. Kingston, I think, is the only inactive of the bunch that won. So that's kind of really cool. Mano Ray, there we go. Gotcha. Yeah, so Ray won for wide receiver. It's really awesome. So yeah, that's our Development League Positional Awards. I'll give everyone a couple minutes to take it in. The reason why Kingston won at linebacker is, one, it was a very empty field, which definitely helped. There weren't many linebackers last year. Our Development League did not have much of a defense, as shown by this draft, which didn't have much of a defense. The kicker and punter was Benson, who came in late but did phenomenal. So a waiver pickup for that one. Everything else, I think, is Oswald was a waiver pickup, and everyone else was there. So yeah. So now we're going to get to the Major League Positional Awards. And once again, we have all the positionals in the group, and if you win one, you cannot win another. So our positional awards are as follows. Dayton Mack walked away with the Quarterback of the Year award. And I know what people are going to say. What the heck? Dayton Mack was looking amazing in this database. Well, we'll get to that in a little bit, but his last 2 games were not good. So much so that they actually let someone overtake him in every stat. So that's kind of cool. A recurring name that we constantly see is Espelon as he gets another halfback of the year. I think that's his 3rd award that he's gotten, which is absolutely crazy. I want to talk about this 3rd one, though. This is Guy Shamwow, who won fullback of the year. The now Silver Eagle, former Aztecs. Slides are not playing. That's not good. We should make sure that the slides are playing. I've worked hard on these. So let me just fix that up. Bear with me. So let's actually add something. Browser source. Cancel. We're going to do this. Don't worry, guys. Screen capture. All right. Let me just shrink this thing down a little bit. Hide our display capture. So can you all see the SCFSL Positional Awards slide now on like a full screen? Yes. I was stuck on DevLeak. Okay, cool. So let me just move this thing because we want to get our lovely things showing up. We want to make it look good. I'm a stickler for this. What can I say? Got the cool little bottom thing Hydra made. We want to use it. We want to make sure it's centered and aligned. And so here we go. Hello, Jeremy. How is it going? All right. So yeah, so fullback of the year was actually a rookie. It's Guy Shamwow of the Aztecs. By the way, I want to talk about our 4th one, which is wide receiver of the year. William Slayton went off to the point of he got the 2nd highest stats of any wide receiver or any pass catcher in the league. 2nd highest. Adonis King killed it at tight end. The Dragons' offensive line was absurd. They allowed 10% fewer sacks than every other OL and average, which is nuts. Michael Wilson won DL of the year. He had an absurd number of sacks. Our linebacker was Jack Gunner. Part of it, we've always said, is that the stats show up for linebacker on the people who play on the worst teams. Gunner played on a defense of him, and it definitely showed in his stats because he did everything. And so he won linebacker. Alsis Gray won DB of the year. She played absolutely phenomenal and had the 2nd highest pass block rate of anyone. The kicker was Aaron Hughes and James Bond. And I want to talk about James Bond really fast and Hughes and why I went with Hughes. So I was really torn between Hughes and Steptoe. And the reason why Hughes won over Steptoe was just how many more times he kicked compared to Steptoe, both in field goals and extra points. And the field goal percent, while Steptoe had 100%, you shouldn't be muted. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, apparently you're muted. I don't know why. There we go.
I'm unmuted.
I don't want to. Hello.
Hello.
All right. So Hughes won kicker. He got it.
Now.
Yes, I can hear you now. Hughes won kicker because Steptoe, while he was perfect, Hughes had 1 miss, but had double the number of kicks as Steptoe. That was kind of it. It was a volume thing. And James Bond had an absurd touchback, absurd kick punts inside the 20 that were not touchback rates. Out of all the possible punts, I think like 90% of them did not go back for a touchback for Bond, which was nuts. So, Bond clearly won punter. It was head and shoulders above everyone else. All right. So now we'll go to
I have
this.
not looked at all the stats, but
That's okay.
who was
There's
the fullback of the year?
Guy Shamwow.
What team was he on?
He was on the
The
Aztecs.
Lions? Oh,
Aztecs.
Aztecs.
And he had about 500 receiving yards, which blew every other fullback out of the water.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know the league stats like you do.
Believe me, I've been staring at them most of the day today. All right, so our first major award is our most improved player. Do you got any guesses as to who it will be? Asking both you and the audience as a whole.
No.
We've got a chant for Skadilius Kipaklisson.
I know who I want it to be.
All right, who do you want it to be?
I want it to be my Vipers boy.
It was a really good case, but you'll see exactly why why I picked them. But it is not. They are not on the Vipers. All right, I'll ask you this. I'll make this a fair fight. Guess the team.
That's a tough one. Lions.
All right, Jeremy, who you got?
For what? Sorry, I'm breaking up because I'm driving to get pizza.
What
Valid
team
reasoning.
do you think the most improved player is on?
Oh God, jeez, Dragons. I would have picked Laita, but
Lightaw was a good case, but I actually went with someone else, and I'll explain exactly.
he won us the super casual ball.
He did. He absolutely did. It's actually the Vipers was probably the closest guess in that this team also did not make the postseason. It's the Knights. And you may be going, who on the Knights could possibly be the most improved player? It's Kade Fletcher. And I want to talk about this one because this was one of the coolest case studies. Kade Fletcher. So, as we said, Adonis King won tight end of the year. Do you know who was right behind him in stats in every single category?
Who?
Fletcher. Fletcher was the second best tight end in every single stat.
Damn.
Like, that's absurd. I had to actually look up to make sure he wasn't a rookie because I'm like, well, if this is the case, he's rookie of the year. But no, he was like right behind Adonis King in like touchdowns, yards, catch rate, targets, everything. So Knights tight end Kade Fletcher is our most improved player. All right, our next one is our offensive rookie of the year. All right, you know which two it's between, I think. And I want to talk about both of them.
Yeah.
Because I really had a tough choice with this one. I like how Skadilius Kipaklisson is demanding for Offensive Rookie of the Year, despite the fact that he is neither an offensive player nor a rookie. That is talent.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it works out for him.
If you believe he could be. So, the two people that it was between were Chester Chess and Zach Mouse. Both of them were absolutely phenomenal in their.
That's a tough call.
It is. It got to the point that I was half tempted to just.
As a rookie, especially.
Yeah. I was half tempted to just go, one of you call heads or tails. That's how we're deciding it. I wanted to actually, and I should have done this, I should have just posted a picture of a Highlander, because there can be only one.
There can be only one.
There can be only one.
Whoever wins this award has to rename themselves Duncan McLeod.
And whoever loses has to be the other one.
That is specific humor that I do not know the reference.
Watch the Highlander movies to understand.
That's what I figured.
There can be only one. And so here's what I looked at with each of them. I looked at sort of where they each
Boot is
compared
all Connecticut.
to the rest of their peers, both as rookies and as in general. And as rookies, compared to everyone else, I want to be very clear. Compared to other rookie wide receivers, Chester Chess blew the competition out of the water. It was not even close. At the same time, so did Mouse. And this was kind of the difference. Mouse didn't just play well, and let me reveal it. It is Mouse. Both of them were good choices. There was no wrong answer here. And that's what sucks. Because there was no wrong answer.
I mean, there was a wrong answer. If you picked somebody who went inactive and played like 2 games, that would be a wrong answer.
Yeah, but of those two, there was no wrong answer.
Yeah, but you didn't specify that.
You're being... So, Mouse played not only phenomenally well for a rookie, he played phenomenally well for a quarterback. And if you think about sort of what he was asked to do compared to his peers, it was obscene. He still had a positive, he had like, I think the 4th highest yards, like one of the better touchdown to interception ratios. He played not just well for a rookie, he played well for a quarterback overall. And to me, that was the slight edge he got. That said, this is not to discredit Chester Chess. Chester Chess led the league in yards per attempt and yards per catch. No, sorry, yards per touch and yards per catch. Anytime he touched the ball, he was averaging about 30 yards, which is obscene. But, and this is the big caveat, when you compare his yards to all of his peers, he was middle of the road in yards. And
I was going to say, Peter Tingle had quite a lot of yards per carry.
Yeah.
It just kind of happens a lot with the wide receivers. But how many TPE did Zach Mouse have?
I did not actually look at that.
That's interesting to see a young quarterback do that well that early.
Yeah, I mean, he had an extra season in the Dev League, which definitely did help. And it was kind of like the one thing.
I know how long it took Tater to get serviceable at quarterback.
Yeah.
That's rough.
So Mouse, congratulations on Offensive Rookie of the Year. All right, our Defensive Rookie of the Year. Who, by the way, I learned there are not many defensive rookies this year, in this past season. Most of them stayed down in the Dev League.
Do I know who it's not?
All right, who is it not?
Anna Kendrick.
It is not. Actually, you want to know who the best linebacker rookie was? It was Providence C-Rev. And I decided I can't, in good conscience, as the only person deciding awards, pick myself. So I eliminated myself. Oh, man.
Luckily, you didn't do it Squid Game.
Yeah. I still haven't seen it.
God, what is with everybody in this Squid Game? Like, I don't...
So good.
It seems like it would be really good, and obviously everybody likes it, but it's the translation and everything. I didn't expect it to take off like this. It just...
You have to watch it with the subtitles. The dub is beyond terrible.
No, it's not that. I feel like it might be too gory for me.
Yeah, that's the other thing, too. I don't really like gore movies.
Anyway, our people are asking us to drop it, and our Defensive Rookie of the Year, it's not Skadilius Kapoclison, because he is not a rookie. It's Johnson Lovehammer.
Well, Dustin is 2 for 2 on his predictions for Rookie of the Year.
Yep. Lovehammer played really well. He didn't have an absurd number of sacks, but he played really well and actually had good stats across the board. And so he was honestly the right choice there. I dropped it. So, Lovehammer, congratulations. I see Loki's here. He won Defensive Rookie of the Year. All right, on to our next one. Our Dev League GM of the Year. I'll give you a clue. It's not the binaries. Because they were all bots.
Yeah, but you got to give the binaries credit. They showed up every game.
They did. But so, you've got a 1 in 3 shot. Who do you think it is?
I don't even know who they all are.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I don't even.
Hold on 1 second. My door is being rung. While that is
New
happening...
one, Kings GM. The GMs of the Kings. Got too much stuff going on. I can't. All right, I'm back to my house. I gotta go. Who got MVP?
Sorry about that. I had to help my neighbor with something. Alright. So our Development League GM of the Year. You guys got your guesses? Silences. Can y'all hear me? I lost everyone. It is the Memphis Kings. It is not Skadilius Kapoklisson. Yeah, so I lost everyone, so it's just me again. The Kings honestly played phenomenally in the regular league season. And yeah. On to our Major League GMs. Alright, I wish Jeremy and Infidel were still here. I just want to make sure there's nothing popping up saying that it was lost. Alright. There are a lot of good GMs. There's not really a wrong choice. Rail Raiders was not the Majors GM Toasty. That was the we're in the Majors now. I don't think the Rail Raiders are going to win the Major League GM. Just going out on a guess. All right. So while Toasty is planning to join me, our Major League General Manager of the Year is the Vancouver Victorious Lions. And this was a tough choice, but I think the Lions rightfully won it. There weren't really any bad choices here. You could have gone with the Aliens, you could have gone with the Twisters, you could have gone with the Dragons, and all three of them would have been good. But for me, what the Lions did was absolutely amazing. They took a 4-win team and made them not only a playoff contender, they have consistently grown from there. They have done an absolute amazing job with sort of turning around a franchise and making them into a force, making the Victorious less of a joke and more of an actual reality. So, congratulations to the Lions on that well-earned win. So, that's where we're at. On to the next one. Our next one is our Offensive Player of the Year. I think we might be getting Skadilius Kapoklisson here. No, he plays on defense. All right. Toasty, you in?
Yep.
Who's your guess?
I'm gonna have to say
Jo-
probably gonna be Espelon.
Nope, he won running back.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint even. It's a wide receiver.
Is it Maple?
It sure is. It is Maple season. I talked earlier about William Slayton. William Slayton had the second in every stat. Dogwood Maple had the first. It was Maple, Slayton, and then a gap. So, yeah, no, Maple rightfully won Offensive Player of the Year. Congratulations, Dogwood. Phenomenal job. And he did that on the Knights. He's going to do even more damage on the Dragons. All right. So our Defensive Player of the Year, Toasty. Who do you got as a guess?
Is it Wilson, the DL, or did he win MVP?
He won DL. He actually...
The DB, isn't it?
It sure is.
Is it Gromathan?
Yup. You're 2 for 2 on this. Daniel Gromathan. I didn't know I position swapped. Gromathan played really well. Like, obscenely well. I use the word obscene way too much. He played really well to the point, oh my god, that means I won MVP. Thank you, SCFSL. So Gromathan played absolutely phenomenal in that Ulysses Gray, who was leading most of the season, actually came in second to most stats behind Gromathan. By the way, Skadilius Kapoklason won Kotasa of the Year. I want to be very clear about this. You did not go home with no awards. So yeah, Gromathan just played absolutely absurd. He led in interceptions. He had more interceptions than he did deflections compared to Gray. But when you combine the two, he led Gray by a good chunk. So that was kind of the mindset there. And then we have our Development League Most Valuable Player. Oh yeah, I didn't leave it out to Development League. So here we go. Do you got a guess?
I'm going to say Tom Tebow.
All right. You're wrong. It is Robert Mullins, who, if you didn't look at his stat line last season, was also just absurd. I think he put up the greatest Dev League quarterback rating ever seen, and will likely ever be seen. Every season is to snub the Twisters Awards. I don't... Alright, I'm going to say this. I don't think the Twisters stand out for individual performances. I think what makes the Twisters good is that as a team, they are just a cohesive unit. I mean, think about it this way. None of the Twisters players led in any stats because they didn't have to, because the rest of the defensive team helped. The rest of the offense helped. It wasn't... Thaddeus Branson threw an absurd number of picks, and in spite of it all, the Twisters still had one of the stronger offenses. It wasn't really a snub. Aaron Hughes won kicker, rightfully so. But it wasn't that any single one player outside of Wilson stood out. And honestly, I understand the argument for Wilson as defensive player. He absolutely could have deserved it. But, and this is my big caveat, but at the same time, I was looking at a player who was active and a player who was inactive and made a judgment call on that. If all things equal, I will choose the active. All right, on to... Yeah, exactly what Tater said. We are on to the next one as my wife threw something on my head. The SCFSL Most Valuable Player. Toasty, give me your best guess.
Can I get a position?
There's only one thing worse than a rapist.
I will tell you, they're on offense.
It's not on offense?
What?
Did you say it's not on offense?
It is on offense.
Okay. Who won QB of the year?
Dayton Mack.
Interesting. Is it, crap, who? I can think of the other quarterback.
Tater, it's not Mack, as Mack won Quarterback of the Year.
Is it Branson?
Nope. All right. So I said this earlier, and I said I'll talk about it here, so I'm going to talk about it here. If you look at the first 12 games... Hold on one second, I will be right back. If you look at the first 12 games, Mack is leading. Those last two were a doozy. kiss, honey. Is everything okay?
You can't put the soaking wet towels in the laundry because it'll smell like ass.
All right, I'm back.
Okay. So, okay. Is it, crap, Oxlong?
It is. Mike Oxlong actually beat Dayton Mack in every single category once all 14 games were in. Dayton Mack threw more touchdowns than Mike Oxlong, fewer touchdowns, fewer yards. Fun fact, they both threw the same number of times, though, at 431. But 10 fewer completions. Oxlong closed the gap and passed Mack on every stat, which to me was just wild.
Yeah.
All right.
Because if I remember correctly, there was a pretty decent gap.
Yeah.
These games.
You know they can hear everything you're doing, honey, right?
Did they hear my Vine reference?
Yes, they did.
Did anybody get it?
Yeah, I heard a couple laughs.
There is only one thing worse than a rapist.
Kotasa and someone just said the response as well.
No.
All right.
Hurricane Katrina. More like Hurricane Tortilla. Don't worry, I have more lines.
I know you do, honey. I know you do.
Oh my God, they were roommates.
Our Dev League most dedicated member. Anyone want to take a guess?
Oh, God. Is it Dust?
Is it who?
Dust?
It is not Dust. It is not TLK, because I am not eligible.
And PCD isn't eligible.
PCD isn't eligible.
I don't know who.
It's Chess! Chess is our winner for most dedicated member.
40 Chess?
Yeah. Hello,
Okay.
Mr. Maple. Congratulations on your Offensive Player of the Year. And then, now we have our regular most dedicated member.
I'm putting my money on Espelon.
All right. Any other guesses?
Not for me. I wasn't here then, so.
This one actually, you got right on the wrong question. It's Dust. For those who don't know, Dust has done a lot behind the scenes as well as Espelon. This is not a dig on what Dave does. Dave does a lot of stuff. He's added more stuff. If you click on him, I think there aren't any roles outside of head office he doesn't have. But Dust has really stepped up this between running the Lions, helping with simming. He's done a lot of stuff behind the scenes. So, congratulations, Dust. Well earned.
Yes, congratulations.
So, all right. That is, I believe, all of our awards. So does anyone have any questions? You want me to go back to any of them? I should have made a slide with everything, but that was just too unwieldy.
I got no questions.
All right. Cool. Well, thank you all for tuning in. This has been an absolute pleasure doing the awards. Congratulations to all the winners. I will post the full list in our Discord shortly. And we will see you Monday as our Week 3 kicks off. Our Game 3 primetime game of that night is Aliens and I believe Dragons. So that should be Aliens Lions. That should be an absolute barn burner of a game. So definitely tune in. It should be a lot of fun. And yeah, we will see you then.
See ya.